Hello students, welcome to geography class. In today's class we'll discuss lesson number 11, Agriculture in India, part 2, Food Crops. Please open your book at page 219 for the same. First of all, we'll discuss the objectives of today's class. The first objective of the class is to understand what type of crops are millets. Number 2, to understand the common features of millets. Number 3, to understand the geographical conditions required to grow millets, mainly jawar and bajra. Number 4, to understand the uses of jawar and bajra. And lastly, to understand the distribution, that is the areas and states where jawar and bajra are grown in India. Now let us see the technical terms that are coming in the chapter. The first term here is millets. Now what are millets? Millets are a group of small seeded grasses widely grown as cereal crop. Cereal means food grains for fodder and for human food. Now what are cereals? Cereals, it is a collective term for all kinds of grasses which have starchy, edible seeds. Examples are rice, wheat and millets. Millets we are going to discuss in this chapter in detail. The next term is fodder or forage. Food that is given to farm animals is termed as fodder or forage. Examples are maize, that is makki, hay and gram chane. Next term, hardy crop. Now, what do you mean by hardy crop? A crop that is very strong and is able to survive in difficult conditions and bad weather are termed as hardy crops. Examples are jawar, bajra and ragi. Now, drought resistant crop. A crop that can grow in less water or no water are termed as drought resistant crop. They are also called as dry crops. The examples are jawar and bajra. The next term is heat resistant crop. A crop that can grow in very high temperature. Again, the examples are jawar and bajra. Means we are going to discuss jawar and bajra. They are hardy, they are drought resistant and they are also heat resistant crops. Next term, loamy soil. Loamy soil is a mixture of sandy and clayey soil. Next term, clayey soil. A soil that contains high percentage of fine particles like powdery mass. Fine particles are very minute particles and become sticky when wet, means they can absorb moisture. Next term, alluvium. Alluvium is a deposit of clay, silt and sand. So we are taking three things here: clay, silt and sand, which is left by flowing river in the plains and in the deltas. For example, the soil found in Sundarban Delta in India. The next term is kharif crop. A crop which is grown in summer season is called kharif crop. Examples are rice, cotton and jute. Now rabi crop. A rabi crop is a crop grown in winter season. Example, wheat, mustard and gram. Mustard is sarso, which we take in winter season. The last term here is, in this page, is crop rotation. The growing of different crops on a piece of land, one after another, according to season, is called crop rotation. Mostly we grow the pulses or beet as rotation crop because they are leguminous. Leguminous means they increase the soil fertility as they can fix nitrogen in the soil. Now, thatching. Thatching is covering a roof or a building with straw. Straw means like ghas foos. Last term, mixed cropping. The growing of two crops together in the same field is called mixed cropping. Like we grow wheat and gram together in winter season in the same field. So that is called mixed cropping. In today's class, we are going to study about the millets. Mainly, we are going to discuss two millets here, jawar and bajra. Ragi will continue in the next class. Now, first of all, we'll see what are the common features of all millets. Now, all millets, they are warm weather grasses, means they can grow in the areas of high temperature. They are grown as kharif crop, means they are grown in Kharif season, that is summer season. because they need high temperature to grow. Next, their grains. Grains are the seeds. They provide food for the poor. Number 4, the stalk and the stem. Means every crop has stalk or stem that are used here. For millets, we'll say the millets, their stalk and stem are used as fodder for cattle. Millets are hardy. Hardy means they are very tough. They are very, you can say, strong. Drought means they can grow in less water or no water, and heat resistant means they can survive in very high temperature. So millets are hardy, drought and heat resistant plants. They are mostly grown in the plain areas. Like in India, they are grown in Ganga plain, or you can say Indus plain, etc. Now let us read the chapter from page number 218, millets. Now millets, they are warm grasses grown in those inferior areas where the rain-fed crops like wheat and rice cannot be grown, because wheat needs temperature of about 15 to 20 degrees Celsius. So it can be grown only in winter season, and rice, it can be grown in the areas of heavy rainfall. So millets are grown in those areas where we cannot grow rice or wheat. Here they have given one para about the common features of all millets, as we have discussed already. Now let us start with the geographical conditions that are required for growing. First of all, we'll discuss the soil that is required for growing jawar. Jawar, it needs medium, regur or clay soil. Regur soil is black soil. Clay, black soil, because clay soil can retain moisture for a longer time. Kharif jawar means the jawar which is grown in summer season can be grown on light sandy soil also, whereas Rabi jawar is best grown in black regur soil, which is mostly found in the Deccan Trap, that is the northwestern part of Deccan Plateau that covers mostly Maharashtra. The climatic conditions are temperature should be 26 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius. Rainfall required for jawar is less. It needs rainfall of about 30 centimeter to 100 centimeter. It cannot be grown in those areas where rainfall is more than 100 centimeter. Now, heavy rainfall and drought conditions are harmful for the plant. Let us now discuss the uses of jawar. Jawar is mainly used for making roti, that is chapati. The straw of the plant is used as fodder for cattle feed. Straw means the lower part, the stem part. So the stem of jawar is used as fodder for cattle. In some areas in India, it is raised only as a cattle feed. Now we will discuss the distribution of jawar. Now jawar along with bajra. Bajra and jawar has same areas for distribution, for production we can say. See here. Jawar is produced in Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Among these states, Maharashtra is the largest producer of jawar. Now we will discuss bajra. First of all, we will discuss the soil conditions required for bajra. Bajra can be grown in sandy or black or red soil of the highland, means they can grow up to the height of 1200 meters also. But mostly it is grown in the plain area, like I told you earlier, Punjab plain and Ganga plain. Now temperature required for jawar is 25 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius. Rainfall, it should be less than 100 centimeter. So if rainfall is less, so there is hardly requirement of any irrigation because it is a dry crop. So no need of irrigation. Uses of jawar is same as ragi. The uses of jawar is same as ragi. It is used as a fodder crop, that is cattle for animals. It is also used as food crop, that is for making roti or chapatis. Let us now discuss the distribution of bajra. The largest producer of bajra in India is Rajasthan. The other states where bajra is grown is Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and parts of Tamil Nadu. So we can say that jawar and bajra both are grown in almost all states of India. India is the largest producer and largest consumer of jawar, bajra and ragi in the world. Means all three millets are grown largely in India and India leads in millets. Thank you.